Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is chocolate raspberry. Well, it's going to be 43 degrees today. It's cloudy. And I think we're going to have some rain later. So it'll be an indoor day for me today. Not that I don't have anything to do because my kitchen's a mess and I need to clean it up. That's what happens when I buy things. I have to find a spot for them. I really don't like putting food away, but it needs to be done. So I have to figure out a dinner for tonight. I have a couple of things in mind. I have plenty of produce, I have plenty of frozen food, I have plenty of everything. I did buy a couple of produce things, and I'll show you that haul coming up. Just basic things because I was pretty much out of everything. So I'd like to make some soup maybe coming up. Not today, but I would like to make some soup. I have all the ingredients and things I want to use up. So my project for today is cleaning up the kitchen. I'm not going to do any decluttering. I'm just going to do a kitchen cleanup because I'm feeling very, what is the word I want to use? I'm feeling not very peaceful in my kitchen. Let's put it that way. It's got too much food sitting out. I don't mean food that's, needs to be refrigerated. I mean just cans and things like that. So, candle jars, I don't know what to do with those anymore. Maybe I'll just start tossing them because I have so many. But anyway, that's my project for today. I want to clean up my kitchen and just straighten up so that my home feels more peaceful, because right now it doesn't. And I don't like that because I spend so much time here in my house or in my garden that it's imperative that I keep it peaceful and simple and pleasant. All right, I'm going to go take a look at my budget, add some things to my calendar that I spent. And yesterday I don't get a big green check mark. Uh-oh. All right, I'll be back. Uh-oh, another red X. Uh-oh, Lizzie's yelling at me. Anyway, I have 6 days of X's and 9 days of checks. So I've had 9 days of no spend. We'll just focus on the positive. 9 days of no spend so far this month, but I want to wrap up the month, since we're past the halfway mark, with way more green check marks. But I did need some produce. I wasn't going to get any, but then it's like I've got all this salad with nothing to put with it, so I decided I wanted some carrots and celery and cucumbers, just basic things. So I went and I did a little shopping. Anyway, it is what it is, and today's another day, and we'll see how I do today. Well, good morning. Cheers. I forgot to cheers you at the coffee maker. Well, better late than never. So, I like to find inexpensive ways to decorate my home. Now, normally I'm not a thrift store shopper. I know there's some great deals there, and I've gotten a few things at a thrift store, but it's not something I do on a regular basis. Nor do I want to get into the habit of doing that because I'm trying to shop less, not shop more. So my living room, I decorated it in the boho style because it's all about, you know, I was a young woman in the 70s, so, and that was a really fun era to participate in. But anyway, I used to love all the house plants, the macrame, the orange and the fall colors that were big in that time period. And I just wanted to bring a little more of that nostalgia into my home because it's part of my history. So I did my living room in the boho style, and I've always liked that anyway. I remember a friend of mine saying, you know, oh, your style is so eclectic, and it always was. You know, I like pieces from different eras and different times, and I go by the actual piece, not just by a style. So my home reflects that. But during Christmas time, I had put, I have macrame curtains up. It's more like a valance. And during Christmas time, I had a long string of mini lights that actually had been outside, but I trimmed the trees back and it just didn't fit out there anymore. And I just wanted white lights out there because I like to light those up at night. So I took those lights and I strung them up over my front window, and I liked it so much that after Christmas I didn't take them down and I light them every night. Well, half the string burned out. What a bummer. So now I still light them up the half string, but eventually I'm going to have to take those down. And I want to get something inexpensive to put on the window because I like ambient lighting. So what I'm looking at on Amazon is stars and moon mini lights or fairy lights or something along that line. And I'm just going to put up the soft white. So I'm looking on Amazon, but I haven't bought anything yet. And another thing that I want to get is a mirror disco ball because I like the way it looks with all the shimmering lights. And it just makes a warm, cozy mood. So decorating your home with mini lights is an inexpensive way to bring a little warmth into your home. At this point, I'm just looking, trying to find the exact right thing for the exact right price. But it's something that I'm planning on getting because it brings me joy. So I actually have a mirror disco ball. It's hanging in the basement. So I'm going to bring that up, but I actually wanted one for my bedroom too because I have a couple of windows in a corner that I think it would look nice in. So just inexpensive ways to decorate your home and make it nice and peaceful and cozy. So lighting plays a big part in that, in my opinion. Also bringing in some greenery, some plants, all kinds of sizes of plants, hanging plants, large plants. And if you don't like to take care of a lot of little pots of plants, go for, you know, a few larger plants. But that brings some nice warmth into your home as well. Cozy blankets, fluffy blankets, and throw pillows is a good way to add a little warmth into your home. doesn't take up a lot of space. And you don't have to buy expensive pillows. If you have pillows, you can reuse the stuffing in old pillows or just put a new cover on. And you can buy covers on Amazon, and then you just stick your old pillow in there and there you go. It's a good way to decorate seasonally. Because you can get all kinds of pillow covers for Easter, for St. Patrick's Day, for Christmas, and just changing out your throw pillow covers and your throws can add a pop of color for the different season if you're a person that likes to decorate seasonally. Another thing is throw rugs, and I would probably suggest getting the washable ones, especially if you have pets. I like throw rugs. I think they can really warm up a room, and even if you have, vinyl or hardwood or tile or whatever your flooring is, it can add a lot of warmth to your room. Now here at my house, I have quite a few throw rugs, especially in my living room, and they kind of all have that little bit of a boho vibe to it. But I find my living room would be so much easier to clean if I didn't have them. But I enjoy them, so I just have to kind of work around it. But throw rugs, you can get them, cheap. You can get them at secondhand stores, or now my local Mark's always has a section with cheap throw rugs that, and if they get ruined, you can throw them out and get a new one. But I do like the washable ones. They're not as thick and they're easier to vacuum and keep clean. The thick rugs look really nice, but if you have kids and pets and the potential for spills, the nice washable ones are a better choice. Now, one thing that's gotten really expensive, in my opinion, is wall paint. Like everything else, but depending on what kind of paint you get, it can be very expensive to repaint a room. So a less expensive or cheaper alternative, what you can do is you can buy colors that are actually mistakes. People had them mixed and then it was like, oh, that wasn't the color I wanted, so they returned them. And usually, you may only find 1 gallon of something, but you can always extend that paint by adding maybe some white to it and make it lighter, or adding a darker color to it and you can make it darker. So that way you could extend the color of your paint, or buy different colors, learn a little bit about color, the color wheel, and what paints you can add to what to get a certain color effect, and buy multiple colors and mix your own. I did that here in my kitchen. I don't know if you can see the green, and I wanted like a mossy, olivey kind of green. So I mixed my own paint. I mixed a big bucket of it, and the color turned out perfect. So it's an option for buying cheaper paint if you really need to paint a room. You can go by that. Get a color that is similar to the to what you're trying to create in the room, to the vibe you're trying to create, and use mismatched paints. You can buy the little sample paints and add those to a gallon and create a different color. So that's an option. But think outside the box. If you really, really want something, you can probably find a cheaper alternative. You can do the same thing with clothes. If you have a skirt and you never wear it because it's a maxi skirt and you feel frumpy in them, you can shorten it. You know, you don't have to be a professional sewer to do that. They even make little tiny machines that you can use just for, you know, regular stitching and mending. If you don't want to invest in a sewing machine, you can make a long top into a crop top. You can make cold shoulder look out of a t-shirt that you don't like anymore. So there's all kinds of things that you can do to save some money and still get what you want. If you have silk florals, you can spray paint those with a different color. Let's say you have an old bouquet of something, you know, clean it up and get some spray paint and just lightly spray over it, and you'll have a different color as you change the colors in your room. You can do that for the seasons too. You know, just spray paint your florals. So that you can do to save money as far as decorating goes. In the thrift stores, you can find tablecloths or sheets, and if you can sew it all, you can make your own pillow covers, or you can make your own slip covers out of something like that if you can, to cover your sofa if you have pets. Let me think, what else? Old blankets. You can make a dog bed out of an old blanket and just use your old pillows to stuff the inside of it, and your puppies will love that too. I've done that in the past where I've taken and had pillow. I did that with my old sofa actually. I took some of the old pillows before I threw the sofa out because it had holes in it, and I made a dog bed out of it. Well, you know, they scratch everything up, and eventually it got holes in it and it went in the garbage. So, but you know, you can do things like that and get rid of some excess and also make it more useful. Another thing that you can do if you like books and you have a hodgepodge of different colored books, you can get some material, even if it's an old tablecloth or something that you like, and you can cover your books in different materials and give it sort of a boho look. You can do that with your cookbooks or in a bookcase that you're displaying, or cover them with a contact paper that you like, just to give it a consistent look. If it bothers you to see all different color and styles of books, you can do that. You can get material. I know sometimes you can get remnants of leather-like material, and you can make your books look like they're leather. Get some stencils and maybe some gold pens, you know, the paint pens, and you can write on the spine what the book is, give it a title. So you can do the same thing with photo albums. If you have a bunch of hodgepodge photo albums and you want to display them and have a more consistent look, you can do that with your photo albums as well. Once you've spray painted your florals to whatever color you want, and it's like, oh, but I don't have a vase or a container or something that matches, spray paint it. Spray paint it with the colors of your room. You can sponge paint them if you want a multicolored look. You can chalk paint them, color them one color, put some chalk paint over the top, and then take some sandpaper so that the underneath color comes through, and just sand it off lightly. It'll make it look old. So you can do that. There's all kinds of things that you can do. Go on, Pinterest, or see what some other YouTubers are decorating with, and find components that you can make something similar. Now, if you're not crafty, you know, you can find things to copy. I'm sure most of us can do that. And it's a fun project. It's something that you can do with your kids or your partner, or or if you have even a clear vase and you want something to look like stone, they make stone-like spray paint. They have spray paint that looks like hammered metal, copper, silver, gold, all kinds of different choices that you can find something that'll go with your style and your decor. All right, well, if you have any ideas of how you make your home warm and cozy that I haven't thought of, leave us a comment below, and we'll get some more ideas. Now, things are coming out in the news about this mess that's going on in the city in Ohio that they sort of, well, I don't want to say nuked. But anyway, some of it's kind of disturbing. Now, it's about 100 miles from where I live. And it is concerning, because these things were released into our breathing air, and apparently this chemical binds with water, from what I'm learning. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard. So since it's up in the air, up in the atmosphere, there's water up there because it rains. So, I don't know how far this will travel. So we don't want to end up with some acid rain coming down and contaminating the whole of the state. So anyway, I'm glad I don't live right next door there, but it is kind of disturbing to see that I do live within 100 miles of that thing. Oh my, dog alert. Anyway, yeah, so I think we'll be all right here, but I really feel bad for those people. I mean, some of them may not be able to return to their homes because we find out down the road that, it wasn't as copacetic as we were told. So anyway, let me show you what I bought when I went to the store. Okay, I went to Flash Foods this morning and I spent $2.99. There were certain things in produce that I did want to get. I had no peppers left except for frozen, and I'm almost out of my homemade pickled cucumbers and peppers and onions, so I want to make some more of those. I'm just going to reuse the brine. So this whole pound of peppers was $2. I think they were originally like $7, something ridiculous. And then these are blood oranges, and they were 99 cents. And I want to see if any of them have any seeds, and maybe I can sprout another little blood orange, because I had one going and then all of a sudden it was doing great and then it died. So anyway, you can always make orange juice or whatever out of that. And then I also stopped at Aldi's and I spent $21 on this big, huge box of coffee. It's got 80 cups in it, which is a lot. And it's got pecan pie, coconut crumble, salted caramel, and toasted hazelnut. And I buy these quite often. I've been out of these for quite a while because Ollie's hasn't had them. So when I got the flyer today and I saw they had them in again, I went and I picked up a box. And this will last me a long time because I do have other coffees. You guys know I have, different things. So I picked that up. So between the two, that was less than $25. So I got that. And then I made another little stop at the Dollar Tree. I wanted to see what kind of seeds they had, because when I bought seeds the other day at Dollar Tree, they were pretty picked over. So they did have some seeds that I didn't have. So I got these long radishes, the French breakfast, and it says it's the container variety. I also got some sage, again container variety, thyme, container variety, oregano, same, and lavender. So I got those herbs. I'd like to grow those in my garden. I picked up a couple of lettuce. I got the Grand Rapids and iceberg. I never have much luck growing iceberg, so we'll see. Bunching onions. It's almost getting to be time to plant those. They had cabbage and Swiss chard. Last year my Swiss chard did really, really well. Cabbage, not so much. And then of course the tomatoes, large red cherry, that did pretty good last year. And the beef steak, that did okay too. So I picked up those seeds. And, there aren't a whole lot of seeds in these packages. I know it's like, oh my God, you have so many seeds. And I do, but they're older. So I want to see if I can get these planted this year. I also picked up these potato gnocchi. They're good. I like these for $1.25. They could be a good meal. I was out of complete seasoning. I guess I don't have a big stock of that. So I picked that up because I put this in a lot of things. And then I've never tried this before, but it sounded interesting, the Dano seasoning. If ever any of you have tried it, let me know how you like it. They have a recipe on back here for chicken thighs, but their ingredients, let's see if I can focus. Well, the ingredients are dehydrated garlic and onion, spices, whatever those are, sea salt, mustard seed, lemon peel, and orange peel. So I like the citrus, so that might be good. I don't know. And then the only other thing I bought are these dropper bottles, and they're glass, which is nice. So you can mix up your essential oils in there. Or if you make your own cosmetics. I'd never seen those there before. So that was my little Dollar Tree buy. And now I need to stop going to the Dollar Tree. I have enough seeds from there. So anyway, I also stopped at Aldi's. They had advertised Beyond Beef, the patties, for $3.99, and they didn't even have them. They didn't get them in. So, but I did pick up a couple of other things of produce because I'm pretty much totally out of produce. And I didn't want to get another Flash Food produce box because I wanted certain things. So Aldi's, I think, is probably that, and Walmart probably cheaper. So anyway, Aldi's was right there, so I stopped in, and I'll show that to you in a second. All right, well, this was what I picked up at Aldi's, and I spent $30.28 at Aldi's, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I didn't get a whole lot there, you know. Anyway, I picked up this bag of carrots. I think it's 3 pounds for $1.89. I got these Roma tomatoes, and those were something, I think, 99 cents a pound. Yes. No, 89 cents a pound. So those were a dollar. No, I'm sorry. They were $1.29 a pound. So it was $1.15 because it was not quite a pound. There we go. Now I'm on a roll. I picked up the celery. That was $1.69. Remember, celery used to be 99 cents. Anyway, and then I was excited to see these cherries. They weren't cheap. They were like $3.99 a pound. But those came to $4.23, so a little bit over a pound. And I really love sweet cherries. And cherries are good for pain if you have joint pain. Now they say tart cherries, but I find that any cherries have the same effect. And I've noticed when I do eat a lot of cherries, my joints do feel better. I bought these corn chips. They were $1.59. I think those used to be like 99 cents too. So, and then I don't know what happened, but I had a real taste for something fizzy. So I bought this sparkling frost, and it's good. I usually don't buy that. And that was 55 cents. So I also bought these ciabatta rolls because I think I only have one more sourdough portion in the freezer. So I'm going to be running out of bread. So I thought, well, I have that pepperoni still, the vegetarian pepperoni, and I can make little pizzas out of these, and I can also put burgers on here and also make a sandwich. So I got those, and those were $2.95. I got 2 cucumbers, one of them a seedless, that was 95 cents, and the regular cucumber was 55 cents. So I want to make pickles out of those and also eat them. The chocolate bar was $2.49 because I'm eating one now and I wanted to replace it. So I always keep those. And they don't always have the milk chocolate hazelnut. A lot of times they're out of it. So I picked one up. Then I got this small cabbage. It was 79 cents a pound. So I paid $1.38 for that. And then I bought another sparkling water. That was 69 cents. And then I wanted to try this sweet red wine. I don't know if it's any good or if I'll like it. But that was only $4.99. So I thought, you know, why not? I'll give it a try. And if I don't like it, I'll mix it with the sparkling water. So I don't drink wine very often, but sometimes my daughter comes over and we crack open a bottle of wine. So that was my big shopping haul at Aldi's. I was disappointed that they didn't have the Beyond Burgers, but it's okay because I actually have quite a bit of that stuff. But I thought I would get, 2 or 3 extra. So today was not a no-spend day, obviously, but trying to keep it low spend. And like I said, this is why I don't do big chunks of no spend, because if I see deals that I can't pass up, or if I need things like some produce, then I want to go pick it up. So The only produce I had left was I have some avocados and I have some romaine lettuce, which is good, but if I'm going to have a salad, I'd like to have some carrots and celery and cucumber in there, not just lettuce. So, okay, that was my little haul, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, well, tonight for dinner, I'm not very hungry. So all I'm having is some cheese and crackers. I have just random crackers here that probably left over from a party. I have a cucumber. I still have some little bit of cream cheese. I have this field roast pepperoni. And I have this Aldi's cheese tray. That is going to be my dinner. I might have some fruit with that. But I'm just going to have a random assortment of different things. And if you're wondering why I'm standing so close to the phone, it's because I have some company here helping me make dinner. Okay, so let's see what we can put together here. And that's it, just a very, very simple dinner. So if you don't feel like cooking, if you have crackers, you have cheese, you have pepperoni or salami, or whatever other lunch meat you have, you can make yourself some just random cheese and crackers, veggies and crackers. So cream cheese is something I always like to keep on hand, whether it's vegan or dairy, doesn't matter to me. I eat both. And I do eat dairy because the doggone vegan stuff is so darn expensive. And I noticed I quit eating regular cheese for quite a while. But then I noticed when I was eating the vegan cream cheeses and stuff, there really is not a whole lot of nutrition in them. It's just basically fat. A lot of them, the base is coconut oil. I'm talking about the prepared ones, so unless you make your own, there's really no protein, and part of the reason I eat cheese is for the protein. And I know the vegans out there, you know, I'm aware of the animals, trust me. But I also have to eat, and if they would put more nutrition in the vegan stuff, in the vegan cheeses, I would happily transition over to that. But I know it's hard to get the texture and the taste. I grew up on cheese. So sometimes, you know, I don't know. It's sad that we have to make these choices between a cruel industry. But, alright, I'm going to put some cucumbers on some of these. Now I could have a salad with this, but I don't even really feel like making a salad. Since I did my little shop today, and this is like the second shop I've done this week. Just small ones, but I don't know, I don't feel like cooking. Alright, so I'm going to have a variety of these cheeses. These cheeses are really good. So I'm just going to have a little bit of both. And I still do eat vegan cheese, don't get me wrong. I don't only eat dairy cheese, but I eat both. Alright, well, so that's going to be my simple dinner. So if you're not real hungry and you don't know what to eat, make yourself some cheese and crackers, or peanut butter and crackers. I love that too. And I need to use up this pepperoni, so I'm just going to put a nice slice of pepperoni on each one of these. Now this vegan pepperoni is pretty darn good. I was surprised because the field roast sausages aren't my favorite. I mean, I'll eat them, but they aren't my favorite. So, okay, I need some salt and pepper on the cucumber. And I already had a couple handfuls of the sweet cherries, so I've kind of been grazing since I got home. That's why I'm not hungry. So, okay, there is my dinner for tonight. An assortment of cheese and crackers and other things. Alright, my friends, that's all I have for you today. Hopefully I'm not going to need any more things for the rest of the month, but we'll see. Who knows? So anyway, I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself, be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.